Hello and welcome to an album a day 324, going through my vinyl / media sets, all that good stuff. And today we're doing another CD. This one, interestingly, along with the Ken Hensley CD, My Book of Answers, this one arrived in the same package from the same wonderful gentleman, Steve Weltman, who was Ken and also the manager of this artist, as well as Paul Newton. And this one's a tough one for me too, because he sent me these CDs to review, but he obviously, knew with the Uriah Heep podcast and the connection I had to these guys. But the day I got his information and reached out for interviews for both Ken Hensley and this artist and Paul Newton, actually all, not both, was the day that this artist passed away. Just a couple hours after I sent the email requesting the interview, and was really excited, couldn't wait to hear back and see how it was all going to play out. I started seeing and I knew he was sick. So I said in the email, if he's up to it, I would love to interview him. If not, I totally understand. And a couple hours later, I started seeing the notes on the internet that Lee Kerslake passed away. Of course, I didn't know if that was true or not, but never did get to meet him, unfortunately. I wish I would have known that he had gotten his award finally at the NAMM show, because I was there that year. I could have seen him then, but I didn't know about it. So, NAMM is a crazy time. A lot of things happen that you don't necessarily know about until after or the minute they're happening. So it's always a little bit of a challenge. But anyway, Lee Kerslake, his album, Eleventeen, absolutely love this. This is something that was a dream of his, and I'm so glad he was able to do it. There's a wonderful documentary on it that I did on the Haskincast podcast that you guys should check out if you're interested. It's absolutely fantastic. But I love this. I always think that this is an elephant in the background. I don't know. I think I've watched Lord of the Rings too many times. On the back, we get a nice shot of Lee there. Wonderful drummer, great songwriter. He worked with some really talented musicians on this. And it was his final work that was something he was very proud of. And unfortunately, I don't think it came out until after he passed, just like Ken, because they passed within weeks of each other. But it is definitely something that I know he was very happy to have finished. And we get a lot of good stuff. So we get the booklet here, really nice. We get some pictures. Monster drummer, this guy. His nickname is the Bear, and you can see why, because he's just a big guy. But he's, everything I've heard about him is that he's really nice and just a cuddly guy. Fantastic drummer. If you listen to Uriah Heep, most albums from Demons and Wizards on until Russell Gilbrook took over, just about every album he's on, and some just incredible drumming along the way. Really unique and different style from other drummers that I know. But you get all these wonderful pictures right here. Lots of stuff to enjoy while you're listening to the album. You also get these beautifully printed, huge font size lyrics, which is amazing. Very, very welcomed for, the older I get. But really good stuff. I love the album. I think I didn't really know what to expect. When you have a guitar player that releases an album, or you have a singer that releases an album, you kind of have a general idea where you think it might go. When a drummer releases a solo album, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if it's something incredibly percussive, if they're getting out of that zone and just doing regular songwriting, if they've learned from people they've worked with, or maybe they were a songwriter all along with the band. Lee was always known for doing high harmonies. But, he did a lot of stuff. He played with Ozzy. That's the NAMM thing that I alluded to, is finally getting his due for all the work that he did. If you've heard Crazy Train, you've heard Lee Kerslake behind the drums. A lot of people don't realize that's him, but it is. And, just amazing. I really wish I'd gotten to have a conversation with him, but sometimes timing is just unfortunate. But an excellent album, guys. Check it out. Lee Kerslake, Eleventeen. Amazing stuff, and I'm really glad he got to realize his dream. He knew it was coming out, so it wasn't like he was still in the process of doing it. The album was done when he passed, so at least we can take some comfort in knowing that he knew he made that accomplishment and it was complete. So I hope you guys have a great day. Listen to some Uriah Heep, listen to some Lee Kerslake. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.